Hello, and welcome to Chartists, an in-depth look at the people and the songs that America decided just had to matter, if only for a little bit. I'm your ginger gentleman, Alan Case. Hey everyone, it's June! Technically, that means that it's Pride Month, the special time of year where the LGBT community allows itself to cut loose and do things during the day that it would normally reserve for the nighttime. On top of that, I believe I heard something else about the gays recently in the news. So congrats, you guys, on finally... Damn it! Something about Neil Patrick Harris. The point being that, in light of recent circumstances, I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to make an episode dedicated to all of my gay family and friends. And fans, if they exist. Wink, wink. So, that being the case, let's tackle the topic of gay anthems.
If I were gay, I would give you my heart. And if I were gay, you'd be my work of art. And if I were gay, we would swim in romance. But I'm not gay, so get your hand out of my pants.
Gay anthems, for those who don't know, are songs that the gay community gets behind as a musical representation of them as a whole. No double entendres there. Since this involves a gigantic community coming together and agreeing on something, one would think that this would be easy. It's not. I've gone through a lot of lists, and so far, I can only find one song that everyone and their mother agrees is an undeniable gay anthem. This one. Alright, everyone knows why this is here, so I'll just let it go with that. Part of the reason for the lack of precision here is that gay anthems are sort of adopted almost randomly and only barely follow a definition, which is kind of what makes the Wikipedia page so hilarious. In an effort to get everything in the kitchen sink in their definition, the examples range from songs about lost love, to adversity, to acceptance, to love in general, to no apologies, to blah blah blah. So, a song. Look, I'm not pretending that any song will do. It's not like the gays can suddenly up and commandeer Run to the Hills or American Idiot or something.
Calling out to Idiot America. Welcome to our new planet.
But for the most part, few songs seem to really be off limits the more you try and define it. Really, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody somewhere is trying to argue that Rapper's Delight is an underground gay anthem.
Have you ever went over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? I mean, the macaroni soggy, the peas are mushed, and the chicken tastes like wood.
So, with such a wide variety of this and that, it's not really easy picking out songs that most people would call a gay anthem. On the wiki entry alone, they managed to pull together a list that's so big, if you placed each song end to end, you'd have to censor it from the Earth to the Moon and back again 3 times. And it gets rearranged roughly every 5 minutes. At various points you can see random songs from unknown artists.
Songs just placed there so that an artist can have a spot on the list.
And most importantly, Christina Aguilera trying desperately to have no fewer than 5 of her songs present on the list at any given time. So what makes a gay anthem? Well, as far as I know, a gay anthem is a gay anthem when sung by a gay icon. Okay, so what makes a gay icon? Or rather, a gay icon in music? Well, I can safely say that I have no idea. I don't know exactly what goes into being a gay icon, but from what I can tell, the results should be as far away from actual gay people as is possible. As a friend once explained to me, gay musicians are never going to be icons. The only icons in the gay pop culture pantheon are the goddesses. Gays are closer to saints or apostles and aren't actual icons, which help to clear things up as to why a gay icon as it stands will never be this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this. Rather, the icons are always this, or this, or this, I don't know why, or this, or this, or even this. And I can't even really run with the obvious argument that none of the major gay musicians create music that can really be called gay. Take any prominent homosexual in dance music and you'll find that they aren't really an icon in the public perception. So, for example, I'll use this guy, despite the fact that he's nowhere close to being the only gay guy in dance music. This is a man named Sylvester who created various dance hits back in the 70s and 80s and became very popular in gay dance clubs despite having a voice like a frog being hit on the head with a sledgehammer. So why him, you may ask? Well, let's just say that Sylvester was an easy man to pick out of gay music history. He was one of the first big names to come out as gay in the music scene. I'm assuming because he figured Americans weren't stupid. Sylvester as a public figure was very out and very open with who and what he was and did his best to represent gays at a time when almost everyone viewed them as perverts and sinners. And despite this, being open at a time when it was not okay, and being part of historically one of the gayest genres of music that ever existed, Sylvester has largely been forgotten, ignoring the occasional shout-out to one of his biggest hits. This isn't to say that gays pretend he never existed, but I will again say apostle status. He'll never be an icon. Sadly, Sylvester eventually became a victim of the AIDS epidemic and never lived to see himself become a real representative of gay culture. Which is too bad, because he might have actually been able to rescue this episode from failing hopelessly on this topic. But I feel as though I've made my point, right? Gays aren't icons. Rather, gay icons are always going to be somewhat randomly picked straight women with strong voices who are undeniably camp and glamorous, and almost exclusively work with dance or Broadway music. Alright, so there are exceptions to every rule. I'm not saying this definition works all the time, but for like 95% of it. And it works almost uniformly worldwide. Australia, Brazil, Japan. See? Icons. So, if this is the case, that the biggest gay icons in music are usually not gay themselves, does that mean that gay anthems are never going to be about gays? Kinda. There isn't really a whole lot of room to test that theory because it's very rare for an artist to make a song about gays, much less actually release it as a single.
Time and again, I get ashamed to say your name.
There have been singles in the past that take elements from the gay community, or are at least directed to it. You know, Believe by Cher is one. Or Vogue by Madonna. But it's rare to find songs that out and out support the gay community as a theme, which is part of what made Aguilera's Beautiful such a big story. Yes, in 2002, this was still kind of a big deal. And to be fair, the community still holds that song near and dear to its heart to this day. But with gays getting so close to things like gay marriage and adoption, it seems like songs directed at gays, like how there were songs for blacks back in the 60s, are inevitable. Hence, we get the first really successful attempt at it. Yes, the 2010 smash by Lady Gaga. It is being proclaimed by many to be the ultimate gay anthem of modern culture. It holds the community up and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I know it's not my place to dictate myself what is called the gay anthem, and I can't deny that everyone has decided that this is at or near the top of the heap, but I also have mentioned before that I have a horrible, passionate hatred for the song Born This Way by Lady Gaga. I think it's a terrible song in every way, and part of the reason it bugs me so much was the fact that it tries to be an anthem for the gays, and it more winds up turning them into a demographic.
Don't be a drag, just be a queen, whether you're broke or evergreen.
Lady Gaga wasn't just making a song for them, she was pandering to them. And worst of all, she didn't even do it very well. She just made her typical uncreative crap dance beats and threw some vague gay-friendly lyrics in there. Star Trek got more of a send-up from Starships than gays got from Born This Way. She hid the gay theme so deeply in the song that Malaysia censored out the only gay parts to it, and it's almost completely unnoticeable.
Born this way. I found the right track, baby, I was born to survive.
You have to remember, this was at a time when America had most recently made chart toppers out of Razor Glass, We Are Who We Are, Firework. Love Yourself anthems weren't exactly in short supply. Gaga even broke down about it, complaining that self-love was her thing. And I gotta be honest, after listening to it, the song sounds more and more like a gimmick and doesn't try to do anything risky or anything worthy of respect. It's just a gay anthem because it's a self-love dance song by a gay icon. Compare that with the infinitely better gay anthem, Same Love by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, my love.
Okay, I'm not going to say that I love this song or anything, but if there were ever a modern gay version of I'm Black and I'm Proud, this would be it. This is a song that says point blank what it means and takes pride in the message it has to send. This is something that Macklemore is proud of, and he shows it.
No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it.
See, this isn't buried under some "you're all special inside" tripe. This is a dedication to the community from someone who's taking 1,000,000 times more risk than Gaga has ever taken. Seriously, think about it. How risky would it be for Gaga to come out and make a song that flat out supports gays? None of that cholo, oriental, white and black melting pot shit. A white woman who is famous for dance, pop, and club music? Yeah, real leap of faith there. Now, let's look over here. A white male rapper from a suburb of Seattle. Damn. You want respect, Northwest? Sir Mix-a-Lot is having trouble pulling that out, and he's actually black. Remember, Macklemore doesn't take himself too seriously as he has shown, but he still wants to be respected as an artist. And in the rap community, that can go very wrong very quickly. Kanye, Eminem, and Jay-Z sort of did the whole leave gays alone thing. Macklemore made a song dedicated to them. Same Love succeeds in every way Born This Way fails. And I remember when Born This Way came out, Gaga was quoted as saying something along the lines of, "Sometimes you have to trick people into listening to something important." No, you don't. That's something that sounds poetic, but isn't. I want to make this very, very clear. If your message can be fully ignored by the public, then you aren't sending one and your message doesn't mean shit. Born This Way got to the top spot by being just as boring and uncreative as the other Love Yourself crap floating around. Same Love went top 40 because people were willing to accept what it had to say. Okay, look, I'm not trying to disrespect Lady Gaga. I don't hate her as much as the internet insists that I should. I'm just saying that I find this song lazy and ham-fisted. I mean, she's more talented and subtle than this. She could write a better gay anthem. Actually, wait, she did! Okay, you're going to need to stick with me on this one, but think about it. A song about a woman who was with a man, but she really wants to be with another woman. That's more or less the story of the song.
I won't tell you that I love you, kiss or hug you, 'cause I'm bluffing with my muffin. I'm not lying, I'm just stunning with my love glue gunning.
That's brilliant! It's not overstated, it's done well, there's a metal subtlety in it, but not enough that you're pulling meaning out of your ass 3 weeks later. I'm not pretending that Poker Face is a musical work of genius, but compared to Born This Way, it's practically Bach. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't understand the gay community's insistence that Born This Way be considered one of the great gay anthems. at least believe didn't pretend it's some sort of brilliant statement about trans relations or something. Okay, look. Maybe I don't understand the gay anthem thing, but I think what I'm saying is the more seriously the song tries to take the topic of gay culture, the more it sort of misses the point. Gay anthems aren't really meant to be about gays, I think, historically. I mean, that's why you don't hear something like 3 or I Kissed a Girl at most pride rallies, thank God. I guess the best songs to represent them are ones that just say, you are important, and you are human, and someday you will make it home, wherever that may be. Something without strings attached. And while it may seem like there are a few shortcuts to try and take, gay anthems have a much more interesting history than that, and they stretch back decades. And I think that overall the ones that hit home are the ones that stick around. So for every song that randomly finds itself counted by the community, you get the ones that ultimately make way more sense and have a much better statement to make. I realize that finding a symbol that represents everybody is a little, shall we say, difficult. But if the song is a sincere dedication, then there is no reason that a fluke anthem won't occur. Because, after all, some symbols happen totally by accident. So, I guess if you're wanting to write your own anthem, be respectful, be free, and most importantly, be honest. And who knows, maybe your song will find its own special little place somewhere over the rainbow. This has been Chartists with your ginger gentleman, Alan Case. Good night.